Mario Saint Superi down the lane. And a foul, and tie-on. Well-traveled Grant Foster is Alan Graves, the redshirt freshman for Santa Clara, called for the foul. And it rolls in for tie-on Grant Foster. Offensive rebound, Jalen Worley for the Zags. Worley down the lane. Worley has it right. That out last year, but you look at him this year, averaging over 11 points, 7 rebounds a game. It is really blossoming for the Broncos and the NBA scout. The lob for Ike inside. And Graham Ike can't bank it in and rattles out. And out between these two teams, including winning at the Kennel earlier this season, 89-77. As the Zags go inside. Tie on Grant Foster. And ripped down by Cherry Darland for the Broncos.
We talked to Monty, he said they absolutely can't lose in the paint.
Davis Fogel, the shot clock winding down. Knocked away from Ike. KJ comes in the throwdown. Against a team that's one of the most efficient teams tonight in college basketball in Gonzaga. One more for Tyon Grant Foster. Christian Hammond on a step-back three, and the tip, it drops for Santa Clara. And it's batted around inside, ripped away by Manuel Inochinti for the Zags. Grant Foster to the basket, and one, tie on Grant Foster. That one falls off, but it's tipped up and in by Emmanuel for the Broncos. Napper.
But right there, the Broncos taking their time. We talked about ball movement. They love to pick you apart.
First three for Santa Clara as the Zags go. Point in the first half. It's been a high, energized, intense affair. Battle for first on the West Coast. Christian Hammond, the floater in the game. And Hammond has played at Loyola Marymount professionally in Australia. The lob over the top to Grant Foster. Ike cleans it up for Gonzaga. It's the trailer, Grant Foster. Graham Ike launching a three. Got it, we're tied.
And he blows a kick.
I think it's dope. It's definitely chaotic. I think, you know, as time progresses, there'll be more rules and every night, you know, they're just loaded with competition no matter where you're at.
Cherry Darland giving Santa Clara the lead again as Graham Ike down low, knocks the game at 26.
Or being able to do it at my high school with my teammates was super dope. They weren't able to travel for this one, so the fact they got to see. There's always a little bit of, we've been talking some trash this year. We've been really good, so there's always a little bit. I can't talk too much. He beat me twice. Like, still be hunters and go out there and compete and try and put people on their heels, and that's kind of how I look at like individual progress as well. Like every time.
Battle for first with the Gonzaga Bulldogs as the Zags are starting to catch fire here after they trailed by as many as 8 as Mario Saint Superi. The fresh pushes. Christian Hammond denied by Graham Ike. And out of the pack, Braden Smith back the other way. Emmanuel Inochinti lays it in.
Position bucket.
Gonzaga's made 7 of their last 8 shots from the floor. Sash Gavalugov, pull-up jumper, banks it in. One to play in the G League, and it's come back to play in college. Open three, and the stroke, KJ Cochran. Ike attacks off the dribble. Graham Ike down the lane. Pass deflected. The lob, Emmanuel Inochinti and one. For Gonzaga, and Emmanuel Inochinti going to the line. And yes, this is the battle for first place, but keep in mind, St. McHuff, who injured his knee after they played the Broncos last month up in Spokane, is Christian Hammond, as opposed to when they had it.
Well, I have to agree with our colleague Sean Farnham. They are a little bit better defensively in terms of what they can do, what they can take away.
Mario Saint Superi drives, the drop off, inside, the miss by Grant Foster, the follow. But is a 7th straight game with 20 or more. Good ball movement by the Broncos. And a three to stroke Elijah.
Rocks, if you're Santa Clara, that's exactly how you want to start the second half.
And they'll count it. Goaltending on Buki aboard.
Sometimes you walk down in front of him. Sometimes you give up a little ground and try to knock the ball away. You do everything you can so that he doesn't get comfortable and ends up taking a shot like a tater.
He's on the final 20 for the Wooden Award, which was announced earlier this week. Spinning in the key, off balance, tough shot.
Right there with a nice fadeaway.
Manuel Inochinti with a head start down the lane. Now with 11, just his fourth double-figure scoring game of the year. Mahi, and one, Elijah Mahi. 69% foul shooter, 1 for 1 from the line. And the only Bronco that has started every game for Herb Sendek this season. Graves at the line for the Broncos. 2 for 2 tonight for the strike. Big for 5 Iowa State. What a night. Monday, college hoops on ESPN and the app. Alan Graves and Santa Clara.
Follows the Michael Jackson Billie Jeans.
Third on Alan Graves. And Grant Foster
pokes it away.
Ike going to work. Hits the cutting Grant Foster. And he spikes it home. And the passing ability of Ike again on display.
Not a lot of guys want the ball so they can give it up, but he's that type of player. That's the play.
Here's Graves. Alan Graves backing his way in. Banks it in.
To Grant Foster, but he just can't check him down there.
6th lead change tonight. And the slam again for...
And the finish, both teams well coached, unselfish players.
Hammond 79% from the line. And winning as a third-year sophomore. Davis Fogel. Underneath, the scoop by Fogel.
Fogel makes it happen.
First points for Davis Fogel tonight. Terry Darling, 3! Alan Graves kept that foot down. Now a 3, and a stroke. Side here to Santa Clara.
And playing in that gym in Moraga, California, you and I both know how tough they are.
Slapped out of bounds.
These free throws, layups, they are answering the bell. Right now, harassing Ike, making him give it up. And trying to force difficult shots.
The give and go with Davis Fogel. Shot clock inside 10. Davis Fogel attacks. Fogel to the basket. In transition, Grant Foster. Drops it off across the key, Emmanuel.
This season.
Ike lost it. Alan Graves leads it 2-on-1. Got it back. Graves is hammered. He'll get to some of the numbers for him in league play and how he's elevated his play in the WCC. And Graves already is set as
an experienced big who always applies pressure offensively. He's going to have to match that as defender, but I also like the fact that he takes his opportunities to contribute on the offensive end. He'll knock down a 3, he'll get to the rim. Graham Ike has not left the floor, so you wonder, can he still play at a high level for the Zags down the stretch?
Grant Foster drives, and the finger. Manuel Inochinti at the line. That rattles in, and he is tough.
And tonight, Rocks, if the Broncos want this, they're going to have to dig deep because this Gonzaga team is relentless. They continue to stay on the attack.
Jake Ensminger playing with 3. Then Gonzaga 3 for Graham Ike and 3 for Jalen Warland. The flyby, the lay-in, Elijah
on the block, fighting for every inch. Done a great job tonight.
Adam Miller off the inbound, and a corner 3.
He's part of a great unit, but it's not like his previous teams he's played for where they're running things for him and trying to create opportunities. This Gonzaga team, the question now is, can the Broncos take advantage of the lane?
Christian Hammond, the pull-up.
Boy, he had opportunity to maybe put 2 points up on the board with no time going off the clock. They could have been up 7.
Alan Graves now. Zags by 5. Denied by Alan Graves. Spinning in the lane. Too much from Elijah Mahi, and Illinois. And Adam Miller nails both, and Gonzaga. Mahi goes behind the back, all the way to the bucket. What a move by Elijah Mahi. Christian Hammond lost his footing. Leaking out Adam Miller ahead of everybody, and he drops it in. Backing his way in, and the 21 years at Gonzaga prior to taking the Arizona job, and one more for Alan Graves.
Lead, and you've got an experienced player who knows how to keep his hands in his pocket and not foul out of a game. Shout out, you have to defend without fouling. This is not a team in Gonzaga that turns it over or misses free throws.
Mario Saint superior. Adam Miller. 5 on the shot clock. Tough off balance, and Miller will get. Same with Tyon Grant Foster.
Both go-to guys at their respective make it happen.
Rattles in for Adam Miller. Round 6. Number 12 Gonzaga. And Mario Saint Supiri. Gonzaga. Regardless if it was on the floor, Corey, down the stretch, they just
coming into you can see how much respect they have for this Santa Clara team in this gym. They knew the history, they knew what. Not yet.
All right. One more for Adam Miller.
Walton would put a second.
Adam Miller and the Zags trying to go to 13-1 on the WCC wins. Jake Edgefinger 3. Timeout Broncos. It's been an uneven ride for him.
About the 7, a quick shot, but he drilled it, gave his team some breathing room.
All the way to the bucket, the layup. Christian out, Adam Miller leaks out behind everybody.
You have to put on a full court press, and guys are tired.
The NBA All-Star game is tomorrow. Adam Miller will take the layup. They trail by as many and ends the Broncos' 9-game winning streak. And number 12.
Standing basketball down the stretch. This is a team that does not bend, fold, or